Welcome to Monkey Physics IIT JEE NEET Foundations.
So based on our idea regarding the location, let's small examples. Of course, every lecture first we discuss about the concept, and in that we focus on the fundamental numericals. After that, we keep moving up to the NEET and JEE level. Anyway, now in the coordinate system, yeah. So this is the coordinate system we are saying. Yeah. Now, I'm leaving it to you. How do you write the position of this A? Think about that. And position of B, and then position of C, and then position of D, position of E, position of F. Then look at here. The coordinates of A we can write it as 1, 1. So its a position vector can be written as 1 I cap plus 1 I cap. I'm sorry, 1 I cap plus 1 j cap. Now what about the position of B? It is a 4 units along positive x direction. This is written as 4 I cap. And what is the position of C? Position of C, look at here. It's a 4 units along negative x axis minus 4 I cap, and 2 units along positive x axis plus 2 j cap. Now what about the position of D? So the position of D, it's a 2 units along negative x axis and 3 units along negative y axis. Therefore minus 2 I cap minus 3 j cap. We write the position of D as like that. And what about the position of E? By this time you came to know, I think so. So 4 j cap, 4 units along positive y direction. And what is the position of F? It's a 3 units along positive x axis and 1 unit along negative x axis. This can be written as 3 I cap minus 1 j cap. Of course, 1 j cap also written as a j cap. 3 I cap minus j cap. So this is how we can represent the position. Next up, we're going to discuss about distance and displacement. Distance and displacement. Yeah. So actually this distance is total length of the path traveled. Total length of path travel or move. Total length. And what about displacement? It is the shortest path. It is a shortest path of travel. So this is directly, it's a measurement only. It is a measurement. We have to measure it directly. But this displacement, we can take it as, we can calculate that. It's not like a measurement. What is the difference between the measurement and the calculation? It's for calculating, whichever the physical quantity we are calculating, it must have some formula. And this displacement, if you represent like S bar, and distance we can represent like S. Now regarding this representation, it is a scalar. Distance is a scalar and this is a vector. So and it is a scalar. Okay, yeah. So how do you take it as? It's a final position minus initial position. What is the formula for the displacement? It is a final position minus initial position. And what about the formula here? If we don't have any formula, how can you say the value of the distance? I told you, na, you should measure it. So take the, meter scale or whatever. So you have to measure it. And this is a total length. That's all. It is a total length. Yeah. If you observe the differences between the distance and displacement. So first one is, it is a scalar and the displacement is a vector. Scalars are always represented with simple letters and the vectors are represented a bold letter and bar on its top. Okay, yeah. Now, what is the unit of this? So, unit of this distance is meter, and this is also having unit meter. They have the same units. And what about the dimension? Dimension of distance is nothing but L, and dimensions of displacement is nothing but same as L. Same as L. So distance and displacement. Now more detail we will see by taking examples. Suppose in this coordinate system, a person is moving from A to B. So of course I am leaving it to your idea. So whenever I mention this is a coordinate system, you should fix in your mind that it is positive x-axis, positive y, negative x-axis, negative y. Now, an object is moving from A to B. So he is moving like this. And one more way he can move is it's from A to B like this. Yeah. Now, in this path, its actual total length you have to calculate, and this we take it as distance. And of course, this is we take it as displacement. Okay. And one more point we can observe here. Distance, it can have number of values. But whereas displacements, it's a single value between any 2 points. What is meant by number of values? So you want to write this is a one path there. A person is moving from A to B, and he can choose one more path also. He can come like this, and he can come like this. Like multiple paths he can move, and all those things comes under the category of distance only. But in different cases, distances different, they can exist. That's what I am telling. It can have number of values. But whereas displacement, for this path, if anybody asks you what is the displacement, there is only single value and the single shortest path, and this is a displacement. And one more thing. Next, one more point what we can focus on. Look at here. Distance is equal to displacement. Distance is equivalent to displacement. When it is possible? Now in the coordinate system, this is A, this is B, and I am calling this is the person moved. Actually, he moved from here to here in a straight line path, and this is distance. Of course, this itself is also displacement. So in one case, distance equal to displacement means if object moves in a straight line. Object moves in a straight line between 2 points. So during it's moving in a straight line should not change direction. So it should not change direction. So direction. Now one more point, distance greater than or equivalent to displacement. Yeah. So distance either greater than or equal to displacement, and we have seen when it is equal to displacement, and remaining all cases it is greater than displacement, and distance never be less than displacement. It's not possible. Why? Because in this case, moving in a straight line, equal distance and displacement are equal. If you change the direction, now direction is changing. So any other line if you draw, that is, we call it as distance, and you know clearly the shortest path between the 2 points is the minimum length of the path between the 2 points. So that is the main reason distance can never be less than displacement. And sometimes they can ask the question like this: the numerical ratio of distance to displacement, what it could be, and it is always greater than or equivalent to 1, we can say, because distance is greater than displacement or distance equal to displacement. So this is what we can take. Yeah. Let's focus on some numericals related to distance and displacement. Distance and displacement. Example. Now here is an object or a vehicle is moving from here So this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 meters, we can say. Now it's moving in this direction and coming back to this direction. So equal. So coming back to this location. Now this is 0, 2 meters, 10 meters. It is in meters. Now the path we are representing, this is O and this is A and this location is B. Now find distance and displacement. Distance and displacement. Now the solution, let us see. Distance, I told you total length of the path, isn't it? So distance, total length of the path, what is that? 0 to 10 is a 10 meters plus it's a 2 from 10 to 8. So each unit is 2 meters. 2, 4, 6 plus 6. And this must be equivalent to 16 meters. And this is distance. And what about displacement? Displacement, look at here. It is the shortest path between the starting and the ending point. It is the shortest path means this only this much. And this we call it as a displacement. Look at here, displacement is how much? 4 meters. Displacement is a 4 meters. And I told you displacement is having it is a vector. I told you now. It is a vector. And how this the property, this nature, it is a vector, how it is going to influence the total value in calculating. Look at here. Suppose you are adding all lengths, what it moved from 0 to O, it has moved 10 meters plus. Now along this direction it should include, I told you now, displacement is a vector, it should include direction. So you are taking this positive x direction. After that it has moved from A to B. So it is negative. Direction we should include, that is what? Displacement. So negative means 2, 4, 6, it's a minus 6. Now if you write this as 4 meters, that's all. This is one more way we think about. And one more is displacement. I told you final position minus initial position. It's like a formula, isn't it? And what is the final position? Final position is B. B, what is the position vector of B? It's 4 I cap, of course 4 units. Minus, what is the position of this 0? This is 0 I cap, of course. It's 4 units. Of course, magnitude wise if we see. Of course, anyway, I'm discussing about 1D only, so we can take it as 4. And this is how we can calculate distance and displacement. Now coming back to next example, one more example. Now here, this is 1, 2, 3 units, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4 units. Now let's take the object is moving, person or object, whatever, moving in this direction, and after that he moved like this. This is the direction. This is O, A, and B. Now in this case, if they ask us to find out the distance and displacement, now they are asking us find distance and displacement. Find distance and displacement. Now distance is the total length of the path. You should add it. 3 plus 4. Because in this direction 4 units it has moved. So it is nothing but total 7 meters. Whereas displacement is the shortest path. This is the shortest path. And the basic thing we know here, it is a 3 units and it is a 4 units. It's like a right angle triangle, isn't it? Then you can, by this time, most of you know the answer, right? Pythagoras theorem, if you apply, the shortest path is nothing but 3 square plus 4 square. It is nothing but it's a root over 9 plus 16. It's a root 25. It's nothing but 5. So what is the displacement? 5. Now if they ask us, write a displacement vector. How do you write the displacement vector? Of course, this is a value magnitude. Look at here, how many units along positive x direction? 3 units. Then how many units along positive y direction? 4 units. So this is how you can write, this is the displacement vector. For the time being, I am not extending how to find the magnitude and direction of all these things, because we include that information in the coming chapters like vectors. The next example. One more example. Now object has moved 15 meters. This is a starting point, this is A. And then this is a 40 meters. This is a B and this is C. and then 20 meters. This is D. Now this is a path, journey, the object moved. In this case, they ask us to find distance and displacement. Of course, displacement, while finding displacement, Now distance. How can you take the distance? Total length of the path, na? From the beginning itself you keep telling, isn't it? Yeah. So total length of the path, what is that? 50 plus 40 plus 20. So how much is that? It's a 110 meters. Isn't it? Distance is 110 meters. Now what about the displacement? Displacement is the shortest path. Now shortest path, I am calling this as displacement. Now how to calculate? If this is 40 meters, this is also 40 meters. Both are equal. Now what about this length? This length, if you calculate, this total is 50 and this is 20 and this is nothing but 50 minus 20 only. Now how much is that? 30. This is 30 meters, this is 40 meters. And again, if it is 40 meters, 30 meters, you can use the Pythagoras theorem. By using Pythagoras theorem, you can calculate root over 40 square plus 30 square. Isn't it? Root over 40 square plus 30 square. So this is nothing but 1600 plus 900 and it is nothing but 2500. Then how much is that? It is 15 meters. Therefore, displacement is 15 meters. That is how we can calculate. For example, if they extend the question, what is that extension? Now in this is how they have given, isn't it? This is 50, this is 40, this is 20 and it is a journey is from A to D. Now they ask us, what could be this angle? If they ask us what is this angle, now you know clearly, this is a triangle we are having, this is angle theta. Now let's take opposite side adjacent. How do you take opposite side? We can even call sine theta, opposite side, it's a 30 meters upon adjacent side 40 meters, isn't it? For this triangle, this is adjacent, this is opposite. The angle which is looking at. Now 3 by 4. So sine theta is equivalent to 3 by 4. Theta is equivalent to sine inverse 3 by 4 we can give. And of course, for 3, 4, 5. And this is 3, 4, 5. So in this scenario, if this is theta, this is theta. Of course, it's a starting Pythagorean triplet and while dealing with the trigonometric in basic maths, this angle is also important apart from like 0, 30, 45, 60, 90. So apart from that, this angle is also important and it keep coming in numericals in our physics course. And this theta, please remember, 37 degrees and this theta 53 degrees. Now if you add this 37 and 53, you will get 90 degrees. Okay. Of course, apart from the angle 0, 30, 45, 60, 90 degrees, it's keep coming. Now in between 37 degrees, we should focus. And again, in between 53 degrees, we should focus. Now tell me, what is sine 37? Sine opposite by adjacent. So sine 37, it's 3 by 4 is nothing but tan theta. Yeah. So tan theta is equivalent to 3 by 4 opposite by adjacent will give you 37 degrees. Anyway, in detail regarding this trigonometry, we discuss in other chapter.